A dear friend of mine always says, event equals eventuality. And Miss Universe 2024 has started with its fair share of eventualities, but don't worry, chismosos and chismosas, today I'm here to tell you everything that is going on with Miss Universe 2024. There's a couple of topics that I would like to touch, starting with the viral video of Osmel, Sousa and Jakrajutatip. We're also going to touch on the selection committee, including Michael Cinco and Nova Stevens, and last but not least, some of the rumors around the disqualification of Miss Universe Panama. So go ahead and drop a like on this video, comment, subscribe, and share with a friend. And without further ado, let's get right into it. In the world, Miss Universe is the biggest pageant in the world, and just like any other competition, just like any other event, it is also part of its fate to include some sort of drama. Recently, some of the executives of the Miss Universe organization, including Osmel Sousa, who is the advisor to the president, as well as Jakrajutatip, went viral on social media after posting a video where they were seemingly judging some of the contestants of this year's batch.
Philippines? 16?
Philippines. No. No.
Now everyone, let's get really honest here. This is perfectly normal behavior for any average pageant fan. We sit here, we make our top picks, we judge, we choose our favorites and whatnot, but the problem here is the position of these people. These are executive members of the Miss Universe organization who are getting ready to welcome all of the delegates in Mexico and supposedly give them all a fair and equal chance to win the Miss Universe crown. Well, this video really did not land well with the fans, as they were praising some of the delegates and at the same time giving some not so pleasing faces for other delegates. Amongst those who were affected by the negative faces were of course Miss Universe Philippines Chelsea Manalo, as well as Miss Universe Lebanon.
How about Lebanon?
Lebanon.
Yes.
No me gusta la foto.
It is no secret that Philippines is one of the biggest pageant countries in the world, so of course such a face and such a statement will definitely upset the fans. But simultaneously, Miss Universe seems to have kind of a rocky relationship with Lebanon for already a couple of decades, and this video really did not sit well not only with the fans from Lebanon, but simultaneously with the national organization and the national title holder. As soon as things started going viral and everyone started complaining and all of these things, the Miss Universe organization came out with a professional video. This time it was not just like a live or a phone recorders.
The Philippines? Yes.
Philippines. Yes, I like
Okay. Fantastic.
It was actually a promotional video intended to showcase a feature within the app that allows you to make your top 10 and vote for your favorite delegates.
You enjoy yourself every day by updating yourself?
It's okay, my dear.
Osmel and Anne played it off as if they were only using the app in order to select the ones that they liked. But to be honest, this was not the solution they thought it would be, as even within the promotional, professionally shot video, they were still ranking candidates and giving a little bit of their opinion about how they're doing and their looks and whatnot. Now, listen, I get it. Businesses have to make money. Voting is part of the entire thing in pageantry. It's a normal thing. However, I don't think that it's the best idea to have the executives of the pageant, who are supposed to give everyone an equal chance, judging them and ranking them in front of the world in order to show a feature within their app on how to make money. Most of the delegates that were named within this series of videos did not even mention it or address the entire controversy. However, Miss Universe Lebanon, after being advised by her national organization, decided not to go to Miss Universe unless the organization provide a formal apology to her and her country. The apology in question did not come fast enough, so the girl was waiting at the airport and decided not to fly to Mexico. Later on, Miss Universe contacted the Miss Universe Lebanon organization to inform that she could fly to Mexico, and once she arrived, she will get an in-person apology both from Osmel and Anne. Putting everything aside, it is no secret that Anne and Osmel have very playful personalities, but both of them have had their own share of controversies already in the pageant industry, so I don't think these type of things are necessary. Truly, it's just taking the attention from where it should be, which is the delegates, and just allowing us pageant fans to decide who do we think is worthy, who do we think is giving their best, who do we think is bringing their A game during the competition. Under no circumstances, executives and advisors of the organization should be caught in this type of situation. So let me know, how do you guys feel about this? Do you think that the video was really as controversial as everyone made it to be? Do you feel like Miss Lebanon and the national organization were on the right for taking this path and decided to stand their ground? And also, I want to know if you think that the other candidates that were named in those videos should have said something as well. Anyways, moving on to the next controversy. A couple of days ago, Miss Universe started announcing the Selection Committee for Miss Universe 2024. And listen, this is a very important thing because the Selection Committee literally holds the power within their hands of who is going to be the next Miss Universe. They are the judges of the competition and they can use that power willingly as they want. So a couple of committee members were announced. I'm glad to see that some of them come from different parts of the world, although we still have a very heavy presence from Latin American countries. Some other continents also have representation in this year's selection committee. One of them being the famous, iconic, and loved Michael Cinco, extremely known designer from the Philippines based in Dubai, who has made a name for himself not only in pageantry but in the fashion industry as well. Well, ladies and gentlemen, just a couple of days after, it was also announced that Nova Stevensm Miss Universe Canada 2020 was also going to be part of the selection committee. A lot of you are going to tell me, Luis, that's such a nice thing. You know, a queen is coming from the past and she's now part of the organization in selecting the new queen. How refreshing. We love that they're giving opportunities to the girls. And yes, indeed we do. But at the same time, some people have an issue because if you recall, Michael Cinco and Nova Stevens had a very public meltdown after there was an issue regarding the gown that Nova was supposed to wear during finals at Miss Universe in her year. Nova Stevens was supposed to wear Michael Cinco's gown for the finals of Miss Universe. However, she failed to wear it during finals, which led people to question her, and some of her team members made a public statement saying that the final gown did not fit, did not arrive in time, which of course made Michael look unprofessional in front of the world. So Michael Cinco did not take it from them, and he went on social media making his own statement saying that Nova and her team had disrespected him as he flew them to Dubai several times, as well as flying her back to her home country in Africa, which she hadn't visited in years, in order for her to reunite with her mom. He said that Nova failed to thank him for all of the work that he did in terms of her styling and her gown, but also for all of the extra things that he did for her that he wasn't even supposed to do, as it is outside of his job description as a designer. Now, you also might remember that Nova ended unplaced on her year. And to be honest, I'm gonna pause this right here. I'm just gonna take a side for a moment. If you recall, back in the day, I made some videos about it where I was leaning towards defending the Michael Cinco side of things. But I also want to say I don't really dislike or hate Nova. Actually, if you look at my predictions from that year, I was actually very, very happy for her. And I was also very proud of having a delegate representing my country that I saw as so consistent. That's a feeling that I keep even up until this day, regardless of, you know, the meltdowns and the dramas and whatever it went. I do think that Nova managed the whole situation very, very poorly. However, that doesn't take from her story, the background, and the things that made her so likable in the beginning of the competition to so many pageant fans. I don't know if this is like a strategic move from Miss Universe to get the conversation going and have people talk about Miss Universe on social media. I don't know if maybe these two already kind of fixed things and just buried the hatchet. I hope it is the case because the whole situation was a little bit petty. It was disrespectful to both sides. And I think that it would be just a nice story if we can show that sometimes in the pageant world, we can have peace and harmony. You know, at the end of the day, these are two known people in the world of pageantry. As I told you earlier, Michael Cinco is an icon in the fashion industry, not just in pageantry, but just fashion, period. And whether you like it or not, for a lot of people who might like or dislike Nova, she is also a known person. I mean, we're still talking about her years later. And whenever you mention Nova Stevens, Miss Universe Canada, the average pageant fan knows who she is. Whether it is because of the controversies, whether it is because of her performance at Miss Universe, whether it is because of her unplacement, you name it, but you know who she is. So I do hope on a personal level that at the end of the day, we have a happy ending. Sometimes it's kind of refreshing, right? I don't know. Let me know how you feel about this entire thing down below. All right, and last but definitely not least, this is the freshest, latest gossip in the world of Miss Universe. Miss Universe Panama 2024, Italy Mora has been disqualified from the Miss Universe 2024 competition. Now, this is something that happened like 3 hours ago, so it is still a developing story. I'm going to tell you just some of the rumors around it, but of course, when a final confirmation of what exactly happened comes out, I will share with you guys as well. Now, the first thing it says that Miss Panama was a roommate with Miss Dominican Republic, and seemingly there was an altercation where punches were thrown and Miss Panama and Dominican Republic went at it. Some people are saying that Miss Dominican Republic reported it to the Miss Universe organization, which led to the disqualification of Miss Panama. And now guys, I'm gonna be completely honest. If you remember, I attended Miss International in Tokyo in 2022, where Miss Dominican Republic and Miss Peru also were competing that year. All I can say is, without going too much into detail, Miss Dominican Republic had a reputation. She had a little bit of an attitude with the other girls. Her behavior wasn't always the best around the contestants. And this is something that I also heard from several sources when she was competing in the nationals in Miss Universe Dominican Republic. And this is also something that I mentioned in some of my previous prediction videos leading up to Miss Universe. I said, I hope that she is working on herself, that she is growing, that she has changed. Because if you go to Miss Universe with this type of attitude or behavior, it's not something that will fly under the radar. So many people are seeing her as a potential winner, as a front runner. And I agree, in terms of her beauty and preparation, you cannot really take away anything from her. But the behavior, in a lot of my personal experiences, has left a lot to desire. Now, I'm not accusing her here because we don't have any proof. We are still waiting for whatever happened. We don't know if it's real that Miss Panama was fighting with Miss Dominican Republic or Miss Dominican Republic was fighting with Panama. I'm just saying that this is the first incident, and when you already have a reputation, you need to be careful because Dominican Republic is indeed a front runner, but stuff like this could easily cost her the crown. We have a saying that whenever the river is making noises, it's because it has rocks. You do with that what you will. There are also rumors that Miss Panama was caught outside of the hotel with her national director or some other team members, still unclear, but the national director just went live on social media to specify that it was not the case. He was not anywhere near her or outside of the premises of the hotel. At the end of the day, this is very unfortunate as Miss Universe Panama was one of those girls that I really saw as a silent killer in the competition. I mean, I'm actually preparing my Dark Horses video and she was pretty close to the top. Panama not having like a sash factor or anything like that. Of course, in a lot of cases, she will fly under the radar, but that doesn't mean that she didn't have a chance as her beauty, styling, preparation all seemed to be immaculate. I mean, if I have some viewers here from Panama, let me know down below, how do you feel about the entire thing? And do you think this is fair for the girl? And while we wait for the truth to come out, let me know if you think that this is fair for the girl. That's all I have for you guys today. If you want to watch some of my predictions for Miss Universe, click on the video right here. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, comment, and share the video with a friend. I will see you on the next one. Bye now.